So the factor analysis sum I've completed last time, so I'm continuing with that only. Paper 12625. We come on page 3 now. The next sum is there. Yeah, we've completed. See, factor analysis whole sum I've completed. Take it from your friends if you have missed the last class. Okay, so on page 3, everybody come to page 3. As always, I have pasted. You all open your papers to page 3. And please turn off your mic, everybody. This is a dependent sample t-test. From the face of it only we can make out. But of course, we'll read the question carefully. So, I don't want to give too much time to this sum today because we have done so many sums of this type already. Okay, so directly I'm starting with reading the question. Everybody focus and read with me. A sample of 60 participants. 60 participant sample means what? Immediately in our mind we have to note this is N. Don't make any markings on the paper. I'm making to show y'all. Y'all don't make any markings on the paper. So sample of 60 participants, N, was tested before and after. Before and after tells us that it is dependent samples test. Otherwise, what it would have been, two groups would have been mentioned. So then we would know it is independent. Okay, so same things. Then after CBT for reduction in social phobia. Very quickly, who's going to tell me? Raise your hand. Don't start talking directly. Who's going to tell me what is the dependent variable? Okay, Kathy, you tell me. Right. Social phobia is the dependent variable. Okay, pre-test mean is 20.4, variance is 45.25, post-test mean is 16.9, SD is 6.8. Four figures I have marked. Who's going to give me the symbol for each figure? How to denote each figure? Who's going to tell me? Okay, Bhavna. 1 or 2? Tell me, which is 1, which is 2? From the pre. Subtract from the pre. Subtract from the post, which is right. First you decide. Take a minute, think and tell me. Post we subtract from pre or pre we subtract from post? Pre we subtract from post. So which becomes 1? Yes. Which becomes 2. Okay, so pre-test we are going to denote as, be sure and tell me. Pre-test we will denote as 2. So x bar 2, variance is s square 2. Okay, post-test is x bar 1 and SD is s1. Okay, then they've given the covariance pre-post is 6.6. Why it is pre-post in the subscript? Because covariance is shared. So we don't have a separate covariance for each group. So this is the covariance. They've anyways given in notation and they're saying it is 6.6. Okay, now reading the question very carefully. Do appropriate statistics. Appropriate statistics we've understood. Dependent sample status. When we saw before and after and we saw that there are only two conditions. We understood. To evaluate hypothesis that CBT helped reducing, this should be reducing social phobia. CBT helped reducing social phobia. Who's going to tell me which type of hypothesis this is quickly? Which type of hypothesis? Yes, Kathy, tell me. Directional alternative hypothesis. What is the direction? Just tell me that also. Correct. Okay. Okay, everybody turn off your mics. So I'm starting with the solution. Before I start with the solution, as I've already told you all, in this question paper, the formula sheet is missing. So instead of hunting for this formula in other question papers, just open the textbook. I've taken the formula also from there, page 231. This is our formula for t-test, repeated samples or dependent. I think the textbook is called dependent samples. Let's do the solution. So as always, our first step in the solution is stating the hypothesis. I'm giving all of you all 1 minute. Frame the hypothesis properly in your mind, and I'm going to call any one of you all, call out any one of you all to tell me the hypothesis. But first frame it properly. I don't want I'm asking and you all are thinking and telling me that, then first phrase in your mind or write down and then tell me. So I'm giving everybody 1 minute. Okay, so who's going to tell me? Oh, sorry, I will call up. I will call up. Who is not been answered? Parul, you tell me. Tell me the null first. Before and after or pre-op and post? First decide that and tell me. Pre and post, okay. Still something is missing in your hypothesis. Very important word is missing, from which I always point out. See, these no words, these are not minor omissions. They change the meaning of the hypothesis. Who will tell me which word is missing? Kathy, you tell me. Significant is missing. See, it's not the question of one word is being missed. It's not a small word that you're missing. Hypothesis is about the population. So significant word has to be there. If you're not putting the word significant, it looks like you're talking about the sample in your hypothesis, which is wrong. So many times I have explained this. You can't. It's not a question of apologizing. It is that be more focused. Understand. See, understand and do the sums. No? Then they make sense. Otherwise, it's just saying monotonously you're doing it. Okay, now everybody off your mic and focus. I'm writing the hypothesis. Everybody write with me. Null hypothesis H0. First we are writing in words as always. So there is no significant difference. And I'm highlighting the words so that we remember. Highlight in your book also. There is no significant difference in the post-test and pre-test scores on the social phobia test. The alternative I did not discuss. Who will give me alternative? It's directional. Huh? I want alternative directional hypothesis. Who has written and will be as Bhavna? Give me. Don't use the word reduction. Right from start. So talk about greater and lesser. In fact, I've made one mistake. This post-test and pre-test means. So tell me in terms of greater and lesser means. Huh. Exactly. Instead of reduction, use the word lesser. So what way do you want? Everybody write again. There's the post-test mean on the social phobia test is significantly lesser than the pre-test mean on the test. Okay? Anyone has any questions about this? Yes, Yash? Yeah, that's okay. That doesn't matter. See, those are minor things. Minor things don't matter. Okay, so now the notation hypothesis, the statistical hypothesis I am writing directly because already in the question paper I've discussed with you all and written the notations. So quickly let's write those also. HO. Should I write X bar? should I write x bar? What should I write? Mu. Mu1 is equal to mu2. Why will I not write x bar? Parul, you tell me. Why will I not write x bar? Excellent. Because hypothesis is about the population, not about the samples. Okay. HA is, here what should I write first? 1 or 2? Parul, tell me, 1 or 2? Why? Yes. So mu1 is less than mu2. Okay. Now, before we move to the next step, Parul, keep your mic on. I'm asking you only. What should I write? Yes. No, but before that. No, I'm not asking you about the next step. I'm asking before the next step. Which? That I've already, yeah. Mu. And what is mu? Oh, population. Yes. Yes. Okay. So everybody, we just complete this step and move ahead. So complete means what? Explain the notations used. So here, now you can off your mic bar. Here, H0 stands for population mean. I'm so sorry. Mu1 stands for population mean of post-test scores. Mu2 stands for population mean of pre-test scores. Okay, so this is step 1 completed. Anyone has any questions? This is very repetitive, right? Okay. I can see the enthusiasm is less from the past. I think 2 times we have done this sum in the past papers, right? I know it becomes monotonous and it feels like we already know why we did, but see, some mistakes come up, no? So it's good to practice. No, I know you all are doing. I'm just saying that the enthusiasm is less. Participation also you're doing. You're doing in your book also, you're participating also. From the tone. No, that is bound to be also. You get fed up. That is natural. I'm not saying. There is nothing stimulating. No, now you know how to do it. That excitement is, now will we get it right? You know you're going to get it right. But still, be happy that you're doing well for your exam. Keep that thought in mind for enthusiasm. I know that. Okay. So step 1 is done. Next step is, already Parul has mentioned, given. What all is given? We have to note that. Should I discuss or should I just do it? Just do it. No, how many times we have done? So what to discuss again and again? So let's just do it. This one is not so. One thing I'll ask. In the given, even Parul, she went a little ahead and she said, but the variance part, when it came, then I told her no, before the second. So that time, Parul, you only tell me, variance, like you were saying, standard deviation, should we calculate it there only or should we wait for the next step? What would you say? Why? Exactly. Minor things we can do there only. Major things we'll do later. Okay. So let's write the given together. So given is firstly, let's write the means. I'll take the post-test mean first. So mean for, you can write sample mean also. I'm writing mean for post-test scores. And we've already decided this we are denoting as x bar 1. Now, main thing as always. I know I repeat many times, but it's very important to keep in mind. Don't write the wrong figure here and don't spoil the whole sum. Okay, so take your time, go to the question paper, read carefully what was the post-test mean. Don't pick up the pre-test mean. Okay, so post-test mean is 16.9. I will write 16.9 and whatever such figures I am writing, which I am going to make use of later in the sum, I am going to highlight them. Keep highlighting also, okay? Becomes easier for the examiner. Next, I need to write the standard deviation for post-test scores. Someone raise the hand. If someone raise accidentally, just raise again. Okay, so standard deviation for post-test scores we will denote as S1. I think this was given directly. Yeah, S1 was given directly as 6.8. So no, we don't need to calculate it, it's there. This also we need later, so we're going to highlight it. Okay, now same way we will write mean for pre-test scores. X bar 2. 20.4. Highlight. Now we need standard deviation for pre-test scores, but as we were discussing, we don't have it directly. So first we will write variance for pre-test scores. S2 square. I will not highlight this. I'm not going to be using this ahead. Variance for pre-test scores is given as 45.25. And now I need the standard deviation as discussed. We can do it here itself. It's a very minor calculation. So standard deviation for pre-test scores. Yash, did it strike to you that you should do standard deviation, or you're going to take the variance? So now you can see it's a big figure, right? Okay, quickly we'll just show square root 45.25. Don't need to show too many details. Let's calculate it. So square root of 45.25, we'll take to 3 decimals, 6.727. Highlight. Okay, what else we need to write? Covariance is given. It's given as 6.6. So covariance for pre and post test scores. COV pre-post. Just following the notation, the question paper. So that is 6.6. This also we need ahead. And who will tell me what else? Yes, Bhavna, tell me. Very good. Sample size. You forget no such things. N is equal to 60. Anything else? Am I missing anything? All the given I've written. I think I've written. Anyone is noticing anything missing, please tell me now only. Okay. Let's move ahead. Okay, next step, who will give me the gist of what we are going to do next? I will call out. I'm giving 1 minute to think. I will call out. Think all what we have to do in the next step, you'll have to tell me. Yes, tell me. Yeah, what we'll do in the next. That's all. How? What is the formula? How we'll calculate? No, your points are right. R you are saying is right. SC1, SC2, all are right. How? How will we calculate R? Let's start from that. Square root of covariance. Are you sure? No, what? By what? Huh. Product of standard deviation. Of which group? Specify. No, I know you know, but specify. Okay. And for standard error, what we'll do? Then it will come very small. Square root. Tell me properly. No. Tell me what is in numerator and what is in denominator. First time what is on the numerator. What is on the denominator? Is N1 and N2 different here? But yes. It is not independent sum. No? So are they different? So then do you need to write N1 and N2? No. Just write it. Yes, Bhavna, your hand is raised for something else. Who said? Let's discuss this at the end of the class, please. Because right now I just want to focus on the sum. So dates and all, let's talk at the end after we're done. Or at least after this sum. Okay? Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay, please. Please turn off your mic, everyone. Okay, I'm taking the next step. Now let's do it quickly. Okay, so next step we have to calculate certain things like Yash has pointed out. First, correlation. So first I write calculating correlation coefficient R and what we have to do is write the formula. What I was going to say. It's there on the formula sheet, right? But why for such small things, why to keep referring to the formula sheet? So I hope you all know to write by yourself. So it's going to be covariance pre-post divided by S1 into S2. As simple as that. Let's highlight the formulas where we are using them. The variance and all formula is minor, but these formulas, let's highlight them. Now we just have to substitute. So I'm doing it quickly. Covariance pre-post, we have written over here, right? So covariance pre-post is 6.6. So on the numerator, I'm taking 6.6. Denominator S1, which is 6.8. Just keep referring to the given, okay? So 6.8. S2 we have only calculated in the previous step. S2 was 6.727. Let's solve first the denominator. So let me just multiply 6.6 into 6.727 up to 3 decimals, it gives me 44.398. Okay, now let me divide, and this answer is going to be R. Okay, so let's divide first, then I'll say 6.6 divided by 44.398, which gives me 0.149, and this is a plus. This is correlation. Let's denote it with the plus sign just to be authentic. Okay, we've done this. Now we need to calculate, as discussed, standard error. So first let's calculate standard error for post-test, that is for 1. So calculating standard error for post-test scores. Yash, how will we denote that? I forgot to ask you. How will I denote standard error for post-test scores? Where is the X bar? No, where? That is right, but where? Like in the same line only I should write it? In the subscript. Okay. So I will denote it as S X bar 1. Okay, and the formula we've already discussed. It is S1 divided by square root of N. Do I need to write N1? No. Okay. So S X bar 1 is equal to S1. I think in the last step also we've written, but quickly again in the given I'll just show it. S1 is 6.8. Denominator is N, that is also then given. Someone's mic is on. Please off. Okay, N is 60. So square root of 60, not 60, square root of 60. Let's solve it. So as always, first we will take the square root and do it stepwise. How many times I'm saying do it stepwise, and just 2-3 days back one of y'all had submitted me the answers and it was not stepwise, and because of that what is there wrong? Numbers you are taking from the previous step to the, because in between step is not this, then anything you copy from anywhere to anywhere. What is the problem in doing step? When you're doing it in the calculator, how long does it hardly take some seconds or microseconds to just note it down? Do it stepwise. I'm not saying from everything, you don't have to think from marks point of view. You know how your marks will go when you don't write the steps is by copying the wrong information. The whole sum's marks are going to become 0 because of that. I don't know what is the haste about. Okay, so square root of 60. Well, not in some competition, no. That have to come first. So denominator is 7.746. Okay, so let's divide whatever answer we get. It's going to be S X bar 1. That is standard error of 1. So 6.8 divided by 7.746. I'll take it to 3 decimals. So I'm getting 0.878. Okay, same way we have to calculate standard error for pre-test.